I have no idea what I'm doing or how to play this. $30,000 worth of Wolf Dot game prizes. Yeah, that's gonna go well. We'll see how that goes. Oh, I did not expect that chain. This being over here is real bad. I feel like I kind of bricked the run. Yeah, see, that was a bad spot to put that. We're gonna try and save it here. Yeah, let's go. Double chain. Hey guys, hopefully you're having a good day. Today we're playing InfiniMerge by infinigods, a casual puzzle type of game like Candy Crush, Triple Town, and City Blocks. And I'll basically be showing some gameplay here and then explaining what it says tokenomics here, but they're basically the different NFTs and how it plays into the game. Kind of doing an event with Wolf Game right now. If you hold a pass and you do well in this game, you can basically get access to use Wolf Game assets. So a lot of people in Wolf Game are interested in playing right now. The merge style type of game is you know, one of those like casual, very easy to start but hard to master. Shout out to the music because it's amazing. So basically the way it works is you have three of a kind. When they're close together, they'll merge, but the wolves don't merge with anything else. They like mess you up basically. I have no idea what I'm doing or how to play this. So this is like the first time impression. So yeah, that's gonna go well. We'll see how that goes. We'll just try and start grouping them here, I guess. Think ahead of time almost where you're gonna place them. And it shows you what you're gonna get ahead of time as well. Oh, I did not expect that chain. That was interesting. So I'm basically just trying to like layer it outwards. But I guess you can plan it so that where you place the third piece is where they're gonna converge, and that could chain into other things, I guess. Feels like if I put it there, it's gonna narrow it off, but yeah, see, that was a bad spot to put that. I feel like I kind of bricked the run, but I'm just winging it, and we'll see how it goes. Oh, you can go backwards too, so I can save it. I can get 3 of those, right? That turns into one of those. This being over here is real bad. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, it's so bad. Yeah, that's good. You can kind of slither it. So if I did that one, I can make those two group together and then fall into that place. We're gonna try and save it here. Yeah, let's go. Double chain. We're like struggling hard though. That's like gonna brick us. That's gonna brick us right there for sure. Playing over here too is interesting. I haven't gotten any wolves yet. What should I do with the wolf? I've got 2 wolves. What is going on? Ah! I was thinking, like, do I just put them on the edge? Do I fill this up? Like, to use this, I need to be able to get... I kind of just want to brick all the wolves up here, though. That spot seems bad. So brick that. I kind of need those. Alright, we'll brick those. Oh, it's the end of the level. Oh. Okay. I thought it was gonna get, like, really hard. So I guess there's levels, different levels per day you can be playing. So yeah, that was kind of fun. A nice little casual game there. So InfiniMerge, kind of a easy casual puzzle game that's easy to pick up but kind of hard to master. It's kind of that merge series genre, which like really popularized by Candy Crush. This game here, 2048. If you remember this Flash game back in the day, you basically hit the arrow keys and you need the numbers to line up to make them merge on each other. And then you just basically try to get as high as you can. So basically you see here, there's followers, immortals, and we'll get into the different NFTs or what they call tokenomics here and how those different aspects work. So that game, that was 8,000, which is all right. 1,005th place. Buy arcs to get more followers, mint arcs to sell extra followers, or unload arcs to gain followers. So we'll go through the different NFTs here, just how the game works. And I'll try to condense it as much as possible. But to just give some quick context on what infinigods is, so it's basically the game studio behind this game, which is InfiniMerge. They're basically going to be making a bunch of smaller, kind of more casual, easier to play and make games instead of one big AAA game. So InfiniMerge is like an example of that. They raised a seed round of 9 million by Pantera and Framework and Animoca brands, so that's huge. And their team worked at major gaming studios in the past, such as Facebook, EA, LucasArts, Scopely, DGN, and Zynga. Just successful Web2 people who look like they want to venture into the Web3 space. The games are going to be cross-platform and free to play. Backgrounds on the co-founders. One of them founded DGN in 2014, 14 million players, 100 million revenue, sold to Crown Gaming. The other co-founder, 11 years at Facebook, building social and mobile gaming business, and scale to monetize games. So basically two pretty successful people in their niche as the co-founders. So now that you have an introduction, let's talk about community merge. So this is actually really interesting. Their idea is building community through games in Web3. So every 4 months, they're going to develop an interactive playable experience based on their first working game title, InfiniMerge. These aren't technically going to be official collaborations, and there's no revenue sharing. It's strictly for benefit and pure enjoyment of the NFT holders for both communities. So this first one they're doing is the Wolf Game one, which is why you can win Wolf Game prizes as well. So InfiniMerge is basically their casual puzzle game. That type of game attracts over 200 million monthly active players and 10 billion a year in in-app purchases. The most famous example being Candy Crush Saga, of course. So I guess what's addicting about that and what's strong about that core gameplay loop is that each day players are given new, unique levels to play that I guess are randomly generated. And in this case, it's all mythos themed by certain civilizations. And then there's daily and weekly leaderboards to track and reward players and special scenarios within the tournaments. So the goal is to have a player-owned economy, and the NFTs integrated in this ecosystem supply key power-ups within the game. Player-generated off-chain consumer power-ups that are earned through gameplay. Followers can be bundled to create on-chain NFTs called arcs, which are these here. The main reward in InfiniMerge is the followers, so they're gained by completing those daily levels and placing highly on the weekly leaderboards. Followers may be used as power-ups to perform special actions within the game. Various things like wild cards, refreshing the powers, and you can accumulate a designated number of followers, and then they can venture forth into a ship, which is like that arc, and then that's an 1155 NFT token that's tradable. You can craft that into an NFT. Minimum of 5 followers, and then the gods provide some sort of in-game power or benefit, like shuffling all the pieces, making it easier to basically get a higher score in the game, obviously. And then here's some stats regarding the previous beta play, so some impressive stats there. In the future, there's going to be other games, like a tower defense game as well, so there's already concept art for that. So basically, how do you get any of the in-game earnings or get access to this ecosystem? So the InfiniPass is the main way to get into this ecosystem, and you get access to early gameplay content, bonus play periods, exclusive drops, and then obviously the powerful in-game boosts for life, permanent boosts. There's the 2 tiers of the pass, the community pass and the ultimate pass. Community pass is more for players, more casual in mind, like 3,200 ish supply, and then the ultimate pass is a much smaller exclusive supply that looks like it gets additional airdrops and other benefits as well. And that's basically how you lock the in-game earnings for the prizes and winnings, like the Wolf Game collaboration for the different games that you play. The god characters that give you your power-ups, they're basically your Gen 0 collection. Always going to be the strongest kind of utility characters in the collection based on what they're saying here. And they're built around actually a certain ERC standard, which allows them to rent them out to other players. So that's pretty cool. Always nice to have that integration in place. You can rent it out to someone who's better at playing the game than you, basically, if you want. And as the infinigods universe expands, all those elder gods will be usable across those games and have different abilities and power-ups in those games as well. So there's 20 elder gods in total, 4 different mythologies, so a bunch of different themes. Here's a description of kind of the different types. There's 20 types of different elder gods in total. They're split across 4 pantheons, which I guess is like categories, and so each pantheon has 5 different elder gods. So they're probably different strategies or types. And they actually they're basically ranked on a power hierarchy where the highest level is Paragon, followed by gold, silver, and bronze. And the higher tiers have basically better stats and more power, obviously. Paragon being the highest level by far. The game theory here is that there's different sets, and having a diverse portfolio of the different gods will give you a toolbox to have different options to pull from and have strategic flexibility in your game to give you distinctive competitive advantage over someone who may only have 1 or 0. And then just one quick review of what the ships are again. So the ships are the portal that allows to load followers onto arcs and vice versa. It basically unlocks the player-owned economy within the infinigods universe and allows you to win games and trade power-ups amongst one another, get stars, and do the daily challenges. You win off-chain tokens called followers. They're consumable power-ups within the game that do a variety of things, and you're rewarded with followers by achieving stars and ranking on the leaderboard. If you burn the followers, they're burned forever. Once you get enough, you can burn them and you can turn them to the ship, and then that turns into an NFT, and that's tradable. And the arcs are like a bundle of power-ups, essentially, is how you can think of it. You can also break the arcs back down into followers, which is nice. So you can go backwards as well. Here's kind of an infographic of what that looks like. More followers, more stars. Within the top leaderboard, more followers, assuming it's weekly. And here's a nice overall visual to kind of sum that up. Win followers in InfiniMerge, and an arc, unload them if you want. And then we'll just touch on the rental system because it is very interesting, and you might as well understand how it works. So all of the Elder Gods, so those characters with that give you the power-ups that I mentioned earlier, are actually the ERC 4907, which is an extension of the 721, which is the normal NFT contract. So this allows NFT holders to safely rent out their NFTs for a designated period of time. And this makes it rentable default, and it's more secure because it's able to grant access of the NFT to other players without ever requiring a transfer of ownership across wallets. How does renting help players? Why does that improve the NFT in any way? So having this new standard increases the utility and value for NFT holders and further accelerates the growth of this game studio. And that's it, just a quick review. So you need the Infinity Pass to get the rewards in game. You can have an Elder God, which is kind of like your Genesis character if you want unique power-ups. And then if you accrue followers, you can eventually mint them into arcs, which are bundled up power-ups that you can sell. Currently up for grabs is over $30,000 worth of Wolf Dot game prizes. If you are good at those merge type of games, you can pick up a pass for $116, and you can always practice the game first, and then if you're really good, you could buy a path and then try to test your luck and get in the top of the leaderboard here. So it's in the Wolf game style here, as you can see, because of that collaboration. And then here are the different prizes. So basically different charges, which are very valuable in the Wolf game ecosystem. Hope that was helpful. I hope you understand what infinigods is. What's interesting about it, it has people who have built very successful mobile Web 2 games in the past, and they have a lot of funding, and it is not necessarily the most complex or flashy game, but it's a good start, and there's definitely more that can come from this. So I'm looking forward to see what happens next. And yeah, I encourage you to try out the game. The music is actually really good. I don't know if it was super loud or how well you could hear it, so we'll see how that goes. And I hope you found that insightful. Until next time.